It was the wedding no one saw coming, yet it was the moment that sent shockwaves through the internet. Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into this heartwarming and unexpected love story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another breaking update on your favorite stars. Now let's unravel the full story behind the surprise wedding of Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, two of South Korea's most beloved celebrities, who secretly tied the knot in none other than the city of love, Paris. Speculation had always surrounded their relationship. Ever since the two co-starred in the hit drama The King, Eternal Monarch, fans noticed a spark that seemed to transcend the script. Their undeniable chemistry on-screen sparked endless theories off-screen. Were they just co-stars, close friends, or was there something deeper growing between them? While both Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun remained tight-lipped about their private lives, their body language, stolen glances, and subtle social media posts often left fans guessing. But even the most devoted fans weren't prepared for what would unfold this summer. Paris had always been one of Lee Min-ho's favorite travel destinations. He once described it as the one place where he felt truly free. Free from the flashing cameras, the watchful eyes, and the pressure of always being perfect. For Kim Go-eun, Paris was a city of dreams. She once shared in an interview that she had imagined herself getting married there ever since she was a teenager. So when news suddenly broke that both Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun had been spotted arriving in Paris just days apart, fans got curious. And then silence. No updates, no selfies, no brand endorsements, nothing. That's when people started to suspect something was up. Fast forward just a few days later, and it happened. A blurry photo began circulating online. It showed two familiar figures standing under the Eiffel Tower in the early morning light. Lee Min-ho in a sleek ivory tuxedo, and Kim Go-eun in a delicate flowing gown. The internet went into a frenzy. Was this a film shoot? A commercial? Or something much more personal? The answer was confirmed by none other than a Parisian wedding officiant, who anonymously revealed to a local magazine that a private ceremony had indeed taken place at a hidden garden terrace overlooking the Seine River. And the couple, South Korean megastars Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun. The ceremony was described as intimate, elegant, and deeply emotional. There were no flashing lights, no media frenzy, just a small circle of close friends and family who had flown in quietly to witness the moment. The guest list included a few familiar names from the industry, but all were sworn to secrecy. According to sources, Lee Min-ho personally asked guests to put away their phones and cameras, emphasizing the sacredness of the occasion. One attendee described it as the most heartfelt wedding I've ever seen. There was no spectacle, just pure love. Eyewitnesses shared that Kim Go-eun walked down a candlelit aisle adorned with roses and baby's breath. Her dress, designed by a French couture house, was understated but stunning. It featured intricate lace detailing, a vintage train, and a soft blush undertone that perfectly complemented her complexion. Lee Min-ho reportedly couldn't take his eyes off her. As she reached him, he whispered something that made her tear up instantly. That's when guests knew they were witnessing something real, something deeply sincere. The vows exchanged were written by the couple themselves. According to a source close to the pair, Lee Min-ho's vow included the words, "I've played many roles in my life, but the only one I've truly longed for is to be your partner, your husband, and your home." Kim Go-eun's vows were equally moving. She reportedly said, "In every life I live, I want to find you again and choose you again. Even if the whole world forgets our names, I'll never forget this love." There wasn't a dry eye in the room. After the ceremony, the couple hosted a private dinner on a rooftop with views of the Paris skyline. Instead of a typical reception, they opted for a quiet gathering with music, laughter, and meaningful conversations. Instead of toasts, they shared handwritten letters with each guest, thanking them for being part of their lives and for witnessing their union. It was intimate, personal, and completely in line with who they are. Two stars who have always valued authenticity over glamour. The news was officially confirmed the next morning when Lee Min-ho posted a simple photo on his Instagram. It showed two hands clasped together with matching rings and the caption, "Ours. Forever." The comments section exploded. Fans from around the world flooded the post with congratulations, tears, and emotional messages. Kim Go-eun followed with her own post shortly after. A shot of her wedding bouquet laid gently on a cobblestone street, captioned, "A promise kept in love and light." The reaction online was overwhelming. Within hours, hashtags like hashtag Minun Wedding and hashtag Lee Min-ho Kim Go-eun trended globally. Fans created tribute videos, digital art, and even hosted virtual watch parties celebrating their favorite couple's real-life love story. News outlets scrambled to confirm details, but the couple's representatives remained respectfully quiet, stating only, "We ask for your understanding as they begin their new journey together in privacy." So how did this all stay under wraps for so long? According to insiders, the couple had been planning the ceremony for months, working closely with a Paris-based event planner who specializes in discreet celebrity weddings. Every vendor signed a confidentiality agreement. The venue was scouted in person weeks ahead by trusted staff, and even the dress and tuxedo fittings were done under different aliases. Their travel itineraries were staggered to avoid attention, and friends who attended were flown in through private charters. It was a masterclass in privacy, executed with love and intention. As the dust settles and fans begin to absorb the news, many are reflecting on the deeper meaning behind this union. For years, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have carried the weight of public scrutiny. Every smile, every wave, every comment has been analyzed under a microscope. And yet, in a world obsessed with spectacle, they chose silence. They chose authenticity. They chose each other. It's also worth noting how symbolic this wedding location was. Paris, the city of romance, art, and timeless love. A place where lovers from all over the world come to make memories. For Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, Paris wasn't just a destination. It was a sanctuary, a place where they could strip away the layers of fame and simply be two people in love. And in that sacred space, surrounded by people who truly matter, they made the most important promise of all. What comes next for the couple? According to sources, they'll be spending a few more days in Europe before heading to an undisclosed location for a private honeymoon. Both have cleared their schedules for the next few weeks, suggesting they are prioritizing their relationship before returning to the limelight. Fans are already speculating whether a joint interview, special project, or even a baby announcement could follow in the future. But for now, the newlyweds are simply enjoying their quiet beginning. For fans who have followed them since the king, eternal monarch, this moment feels like a fairy tale come true. The on-screen emperor and detective found each other not just in fiction, but in real life. Their story is a reminder that love doesn't need to be loud to be real. It doesn't need flashing lights or viral headlines. Sometimes it just needs trust, timing, and the courage to say yes, even when the whole world is watching. As we celebrate this union, we can't help but wonder how many more stories like this are waiting to unfold. How many moments of quiet love, deep commitment, and authentic joy are still happening behind the scenes. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have shown us that even in a world of constant attention,